Hey there, collective. Welcome back. We're going to get into this, see what is going on. This is going to be for the collective. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for the collective. Whose energy am I picking up on here? Okay, somebody's sad. Somebody's not happy. I see some shade being thrown. Yeah, somebody's broke. Somebody doesn't have any money. This is somebody that's around you. This person is lowering their guard because they know that they're surrounded by karmics. Collective, I feel like it's you. You lowered your guard. Maybe you didn't know you were surrounded by karmics. You're coming into this reading as a high priestess. You have a higher purpose in life. That's what I'm hearing. Tell me more, Spirit. You have a higher purpose and you're surrounded by, well, it looks like narcissists. And you know what? I've heard of this before. I've heard of this before where your light attracts these kind of people. Unfortunately, it's true. And I think a lot of people go through this. You're special, you're different. That's what it is. Tell me more about the sun. I want to know what it is. I feel like somebody's hiding something from you here. Tell me more about the sun, Spirit. Please and thank you. Looks like somebody's looking through a mirror. What's being hidden? Tell me more. We have the, okay. So what's being hidden from you is somebody who has a very, very bad disorder. That's what I'm seeing here. Somebody has a very bad disorder, but it's not showing. Like, this might be like the beginning of a disorder. So the effects of it is not being shown just yet. And what I mean by disorder, I'm talking about like an eating disorder, more likely. I mean, it could be all kinds of things. It could be like them popping pills to work out, uh, or taking some kind of substances to be able to work out. Hmm. This could also be an older person. Okay. This could be like an older person. This person's facing some kind of setbacks here, but they're overly confident that they're going to get away with this. With the sun in reverse, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're overconfident that they can pull this over on you and you're never going to find out. With the hangman, it's like I feel like this person is making things appear the opposite of what they are. I think this person is doing a lot of crappy things because of it. Oh, it's all about perspective. That's what I'm hearing. It's all about perspective. This person is hoping that you won't notice the changes in them. So it makes me feel like maybe you're around this person maybe like every day or something and you're not seeing it. When you're around somebody every day, it's hard to see the differences from day to day. And then, from a month or 2 months down the road, you don't notice it because you see them every day. Or you see them often enough that it's such a gradual change that you're not noticing it right off the bat, right? Hmm. This person's being very selfish. They're doing it on purpose. They're being very selfish. I hear that they're doing something. It's like I'm hearing eating you out of house and home. Okay, so but it doesn't have to be food, guys. It could be like substance abuse or something, like to work out. For one of you, that's what it is. It's this person's taking substances to work out, to bulk up. And I'm hearing like eating you out of house and home, or using it to get you out, to the point where you're going to lose your home. Oh, this person's causing all kinds of delays, even family problems. Maybe you don't know that this person's having family problems, or this is your family that they're causing the problems in. This person is trying to make themselves look wealthy. They want people to look at them as though they are wealthy. They want people to look at them as though they are stable, and they're not. Nothing could be further from the truth. This person is not stable. This person is falling apart. There might have been an argument about money, though. I see this person as being very selfish, a very selfish energy. It looks like you dropped your guard around these people. Maybe you didn't realize that you were surrounded. When people are close to you, it's hard to see clearly, especially when they're constantly distracting you. For one of you, you've been trying to push this person away. I see this person is never wanting to admit defeat. Even when you win, they don't want to admit defeat. Tell me more about the King of Wands. This person wants to give up something. You have two, or they want you to give up something. They want you to give up a marriage, money from a marriage, assets from a marriage. That's what I'm hearing. Assets from a marriage. Could be a house. You know what I mean? That's usually what people, you know what I mean? It's usually what people get through a house. Through a marriage, they buy a house. I feel like you don't know something here, that somebody has pulled something out. This could be like from a bank. Okay, so I'm feeling like something's been pulled out of a bank or something, and you don't know about it. You're not aware of it. I feel like that person charmed somebody. It might have been a younger person. So your person is an older person. Your person might be like 40 years or plus, okay? And they went to the bank, and they're dealing with much younger people who are half their age. And these people don't realize what they're dealing with. They're just, yeah. So I'm hearing like somebody got their money pulled out of the bank. Or maybe one of those boxes or something. Those, what are they called? Those little boxes that you can have. I don't remember what they're called, but it could be that as well, guys. Something's been pulled out of a bank. Okay, it could be papers. It doesn't necessarily have to be um, cash, right? It could be from one of those storage boxes that they rent out. And these two young people allowed it. You might even have two children with this person, possibly a girl and a boy, possibly a fire sign or a water sign. Okay, and I'm seeing it as this person hoping to drain you here, because that's what I'm seeing. They want to drain you here. Wow, unbelievable. But for one of you, you might be a content creator, or you have a child who's a content creator, or somebody who's always on social media. Okay, your two karmics, they went in there and they got their way here. They think they're going to have a whole new life. Whatever it is that they pulled out of the bank, they're thinking that they're going to have a whole new life here. I'm seeing a whole new life with this Empress energy and the Knight of Swords energy. Yeah, they're ready to go. They're thinking they're just going to have a whole new life. on whatever it is that they took from you. They really believe they're going to be able to get away with this. I see them as being on a mission, and the mission is to create an illusion of some kind. That's what the illusion is. Hmm. Tell me more. I'm gonna move this to the side because that's their energy. But I'm gonna see what else is going on here. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords, Spirit. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Somebody needs to make a decision. Somebody's making a decision. What is this decision about? What is the decision about? Okay, here we go. Somebody's asking questions. Somebody's asking questions because suddenly this person's able to pay their bills. And they don't look like they're struggling anymore. They were struggling, maybe even living at home. Yeah, they were struggling, like they were stressed out. They didn't know how they were going to pay their bills. Give me 1 second. They didn't know how they were going to pay their bills. And all of a sudden, they have all this money, what I'm hearing, to go shopping, to do whatever it is that they want to do. They're just going out doing whatever they want to do. Oops. Going shopping. See, they think they're playing it safe. They really do. They think that they're playing it safe. And when people go and ask them if they need help, or try to hint around to see if they need help, they're refusing help. They're not accepting help. They're fine. So what I'm hearing is this person has put all their eggs into one basket, and whatever it is that they pulled out of the bank is their golden egg. That's what I'm hearing. They have their golden egg, and this person thinks, they're just going to go to town. They're happy. They're making changes, possibly changing something, maybe changing jobs or something. They're making changes, and it's noticeable. That's what it is. They're making changes, and it's very noticeable. People are seeing it. And it's not just that, but it's in their actions. The way that they're acting, the way that they're behaving. This might be somebody that you pushed away. This person is doing something and they think that they're doing it in such a slow way that people are not noticing, but they are. They might even be isolating themselves, refusing help from from a Aquarius. I don't know why I was gonna say Sagittarius, so it might be a Sagittarius. I meant to say Aquarius, but Sagittarius came out, so it could be a Sagittarius. You know, sometimes spirit corrects us in the middle of a mid sentence. Yeah. I feel like this person thinks that they're moving so slowly that people are not noticing what they're doing. Yes. So I feel like somebody's watching this and somebody needs to make a decision, okay? And I feel like it might be an investigator because of the way that this person is making their moves, the way that they're doing things. They might have been homeless, living on mom's couch, and then all of a sudden they're doing great. Like overnight success or something. They might be saying that it's because of something that they did online. They could be saying or claiming that they're a content creator or something like that, but that's not where the money came from. Okay? That's not where the money came from. The money came from something that they pulled from the bank. They went in there and they tricked two young people. Okay? They tricked two young people at the bank. Tell me more, Spirit, about the magician. You might have had a relationship with this magician. This is a relationship. What's going on here? This might be a relationship that you actually had to give up. Tell me more, Spirit. I feel like this was a relationship that you had to give up, or this person, when you were in a relationship with this person, they expected you to give up something that you were being successful in. Yeah, bingo. So what I'm hearing is this person made you make a choice between something that you were doing, something that you were very passionate about, excited about, you were good at it, you were getting the I'm hearing that you were getting progress. You were getting the recognition that you wanted, probably even a promotion or something. And this person didn't like it. This person was trying to force you to give it up. They wanted you to give up. Why? Because they didn't want you to do better than them. That's what I'm hearing. They didn't want you to do better than them. You could do good, just don't do better than them. And the thing is that with the Six of Wands, it makes me feel like you were doing good. You were being noticed, and this person did not like it. So it might have created problems like jealousy. Okay? There might have been some kind of jealousy going on. Let me go back to the Two of Cups. Tell me more about the Two of Cups, Spirit. I'm looking at the Star card. Star card is coming out with the Two of Cups. Hmm. Well, okay. Tell me more about the Star and the Two of Cups. Collective, you might be a psychic, or you might have psychic abilities, or you have knowledge of the spirit world. You are coming out as a high priestess, so yeah. Tell me more about the Star and the Two of Cups. This person is hoping for something. There it is. What are they hoping for? They're hoping to end something for you. They're hoping to end your success. That's what it is. It has to be. They're hoping to end something that you have accomplished by yourself without them. You didn't need them. You still don't need them. See, it's something that's incomplete. So you started something and then this person made you give it up. You were having progress and this person made you give it up. Why? Because this person is selfish. Everything's about them. Not only that, but they like everybody to look up to them as though they're some kind of leader or they're some kind of boss. So if you're going off and having success without them, you're making them look bad. And that's what happened, collective. You made this person look bad. That's why, for whoever this part is for, that's why this person wanted you to quit. They might have said something along the lines like, it's either me or that, or something like that. And they found some kind of reason why you couldn't do it, or some kind of reason why you couldn't continue. Like saying that, you weren't giving them enough time or something like that, right? So you started anew. Okay. I feel like you had to give up something here for this person. Hmm. So you're like a the kind of person who enjoys doing new things all the time. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Like you enjoy learning new things, exploring new things. You're constantly revolving. You're constantly growing as a person. And I'm hearing like you love to set goals for yourself. And because of this person, you learned how to, it's like you had no choice. You had to hide yourself from this person, which is really sad. But not only that, but because of your natural way of who you are, like the way that you're very inquisitive, I feel like it also caused this person to become more and more jealous of you. And that's when this person made this decision to stab you in the back, betray you in some kind of way. We're going to get deeper into that because I feel like this person betrayed you in ways that you possibly don't even know about, and then ways that you do know about. I'm getting like this person was like it's their way or the highway kind of energy. A narcissist. You were outshining this narcissist. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. I do feel like you ended things with this person. Tell me more. Oh, there it is. It's like you had to live in two worlds at the same time. I feel like you were hiding things, constantly hiding things, constantly having to hide things from this person because you know that that was the right thing to do. You had to keep secrets from this person, or this person was constantly keeping secrets from you, or you kept, well, I feel like you kept secrets because this person was keeping secrets. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you had to keep secrets from that person because you knew you had to make a decision because of the way that this person was acting. Because you definitely left the house. Or you made this person leave. One or the other. Somebody had to leave the house there. And it was because of this person's behavior. It was like every time you turned around, this person was hurting you. And you knew they were doing it on purpose. See, we have the high priestess coming right over the ten of swords. You knew that they were giving you the ten of swords on purpose. You knew it. You understood that. I feel like that's why you pulled back. You stopped sharing with this person because you had to. It was survival. You had to survive, and that was your way of surviving. This person didn't believe that you had the willpower. Hmm. So you've been trying to figure out how to get away from this person for a long time. It didn't happen just overnight. This is something that went on and on for a long time here. It took you a long time to get away, and the more you struggled, the harder it got. So you just weren't unsure. You just didn't know how to get away from them. You were unsure about at the time. You were unsure of how to, get this going in the direction that you wanted to, like how to get away from that person. I hear that you blocked this person. You blocked communication from this person. And it wasn't because you were trying to be deceitful. This person might have accused you of being deceitful, but collective, you weren't trying to be deceitful, and you weren't trying to have you weren't trying to be confusing, or you weren't trying to have any kind of bad intentions toward them. No bad intentions toward them. You just wanted your privacy because you knew that you deserved better with the justice card. You knew that you deserved better. That's why you had to do it. You're so see, you have the moon here and you have the mystery here. You had to. You were forced in the corner. It was your way of fighting back. That was your way of dealing with a very greedy person. This person might have even been a player and you knew it. So every time that you would come around and things, you know, were not going in your direction, like things weren't going good, this person was acting up toward you, doing crazy things, coming home, accusing you of stuff, you knew it was because this person had a third party out there. So this is another reason why you knew you needed to get away from them. Because every time they were cheating, they'd come back and be mean to you or try to fight with you, bicker with you, argue with you. That's what I'm hearing. Always trying to bicker and fight. So you had no choice. You gave up. But you gave up long before you left. That's what I'm hearing. You gave up long before you left. And that's what this person doesn't understand. You were gone before you went. They lost you a long time ago when they started playing these mind games. That's when they lost you. hmm I'm hearing that you went into isolation because you wanted to be alone. This person is accusing you of not being there for them. You're not, because they're not there for you. So why should you be? Oh my goodness, I don't know if I should take this. So they're accusing you of not being there for them, of course, because they're not there for you. Now this person's very bitter. I'm seeing a spiteful person doing a lot of blocking here, trying to prevent you from moving forward, being spiteful. So this person has it out for you. Look, we have the Seven of Coins coming out again. Yeah, this person has it out for you. I'm seeing this person having flying monkeys. So this person is lying to these flying monkeys. That's what I'm hearing. They're flat out lying and they're doing it on purpose. They're coming up with lies. They're making up lies and they're doing it on purpose because they don't want to see you having that new beginning. I'm seeing this person hating that you have a new beginning. They're trying to cause as much confusion around you as possible. Possibly around your friends or coworkers. Well, I guess it could be family as well. They're trying to cause as much confusion as possible so people won't know who the bad guy is. So people will be questioning what's going on. I feel like you're feeling the negative effects here of this situation, of this relationship, of dealing with this person. I feel like you are still carrying a lot of those negative effects from dealing with somebody like this, such as isolating yourself, not wanting to be around people, not wanting to interact with other people, or maybe interactions okay, but not getting too close. Not to the point where like somebody comes over to your house, you go over to their house, you become friends. No, none of that. The effects of this relationship is still with you because you don't know who to trust. Because you know that this person's out there and you know this person is lying. And people are simple. They're talking to simple minded people who are just listening to anything that they say and just like gobbling it all up. They might even be sleeping with one of them, if not both of them, or all three of them. Okay? Might even be sleeping with them. I tell you, for some reason, when people sleep with somebody, When they sleep with somebody, they automatically think that that person's good or that person's right because they slept with them. And they think because they slept with them that they know them. And that can't be further than the truth. Women who have been married, not just slept with this man, or, you know what I'm saying, or people, let's just say people have been married to their spouses for years, 20 years, 30 years, and not really know their spouse. There's a woman in Florida right now who didn't know that her husband was a murderer. Been married to him for 30 years. Completely clueless. Didn't know he had a body in the garage until they came and knocked on her door. You know what I'm saying? But these people, because they're sleeping with them, oh my God, they know them so well. And they probably just met them. That's what's crazy about it. Because I see this person as being a real fast mover. That's why I think, you know, probably knew each other for 3 days or something like that and slept with each other. And these people are like, oh, yes, I know this person. And I feel like this other karmic over here is one of them. Spirit is saying it's time to go ahead and leave. They don't want you to leave. This person doesn't want you to leave, okay? I feel like that's what they're blocking here as a Three of Wands. They don't want you to turn your back on them. They don't want you to turn around and walk away. But you need to. You can't keep living this way. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your mental state to have to isolate yourself because you're worried about what somebody else is gonna, what this person over here is planning. Best thing to do is just be out of reach. Completely out of reach, where this person can't even touch you. They can't touch you, can't see you, don't know what you got going on. That would be so much better than this. Because then at least then you can start letting that guard down a little and living a little. So I feel like you're not living. You're not living collective, you're existing. It's not the same thing. Existing and living is not the same thing. Spirit is saying it's your turn to live now. You need to go ahead and get away from this person. Collective, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. Thank you for joining me, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I would highly suggest you go check that box. This could also be like a locker that I saw. Okay? So if it's not a bank, then it could be like your locker, storage unit, something like that. Y'all take care. Bye bye.